2022 is a year! Happy New Year, happy holidays everyone. Time for a vlog. It's been a minute, just we sat down, me and you, and had the talk. How you been? How's the wife and kids? How's the farm? Very good. 2022 was a huge year for me. I had a lot of changes, had a lot of experimenting, I did a lot of different things, and ultimately my life coming out of it is for the better. Over 2019, pretty much onwards, I've been running on autopilot pretty heavily. Do stream, do uni, sit at home, do nothing. I found myself gaining a lot of weight. I found myself becoming more and more depressed. For those who don't know, I've talked about this maybe on stream, but I don't think I've ever talked about it on YouTube. I finally got off antidepressants at the start of this year after being on them for 2.5 years. And since then, I've been thinking a lot clearer. But let's wrap up this year. What happened to me? What's it like and how did I develop? Well, like I said, at the start of the year, in January, in February is when I stopped taking my antidepressant meds, which was a big decision for me, but it's something that I ultimately wanted to do. I was thinking about doing it for over a year. It was a long decision and I talked to my doctor the whole time through it, so it wasn't something that I hasted into. I just wanted to preface that because I feel like if you guys see me do it and you're also on some sort of medication like that, you might be like, oh, Corvy doesn't do it. It's okay. I drop it. No, it was a discussion that I had for a long time with my doctor over a multitude of different reasons. And it turned out that I would rather try and survive without it than be on it because the stimulants, it's just not for me. Plus I like drinking and you can't drink when you're on it. So losing weight, water fasting and dropping off antidepressants was my first introduction to 2022. It was fucked. And ultimately, it led me realizing a couple things in my life. I was really unhappy. I was on these numbing agents for quite a while and I was just autopiloting, and it only really took a zoom out to realize where my life's headed, and I wasn't that happy. So I decided to make some serious changes this year. So over the next 3 months, I quit my job, started looking somewhere else, and started focusing on uni. The stream took a little bit of a hit as well, but it was on a casual decline up until the end of the year where we finally turned things around. I ended up having massive relationship problems with my girlfriend, Ali. Been dating for 8 years and we've fallen into not a bit of a rut, but we just weren't happy, both of us. It led us to getting pushed to a certain point in our relationship where we were talking about splitting up, and we pretty much did. We're still taking things a little bit cautiously, but it's definitely changed. I'm happy where things have gone with that relationship. And I'm kind of happy that we woke up to all these things that were just happening. She was just living in her own world and I was living in mine. It was kind of awkward. I feel like now at least we're communicating more. And a big blow up like that, which was devastating to me personally, helped, ultimately. It really did. I can't express enough how heavy and necessary communication is. I try and do my best talking to people around me where usually I'm just always quiet. I might not look it on stream or on YouTube, but I'm pretty reserved. It's not healthy. It's something that I'm working on. I'm really trying to benefit, and change myself, especially over the whole year. Something I started working on was the Corvys 2022. Around June, had an idea of doing something special with the Corvys, but I never really pulled my finger out of my ass and really did it until about November, which ultimately the Corvys this year went really well, but I'll touch on that later because it was right at the end. Ended up stepping away from League of Legends a lot. I was playing like 10 hours a day. It was literally do uni, play League, and then stream later in the afternoon. Even before I started streaming, I was playing 3 or 4 games of League on my own or in my own time, and it really bogged down my whole day. Stepping away from League was a huge choice because the channel was already starting to decline from like 20 viewer averages down to like 15 viewer averages, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for a small streamer, losing 5 people is huge. So I decided to step away from League. Probably at the worst time of my streaming career, but I did that. And I ultimately ended up going single digit streaming for about 4 months. Which is, I didn't even break 10 viewers for that long. It really sucked. So, I was trying to lose weight. I was having relationship problems. My stream was in the worst place it's ever been in the past 4 years. I've quit the job that I was working, so I'm broke. And I'm also trying to step away from a game that I've been addicted to. The middle of this year was fucked. But I kept doing what I wanted to do. I kept at streaming. I love doing this. It's my whole life, really. I've documented this channel for the past 10 years and I'll keep doing that. And streaming has been an adaptation of content on YouTube. It's where I wanted to go. I wanted to do live content. I like to stream and talk to people. I think that's so much fun. Just sucks when it's in the dumps, but I kept with it and I'm ultimately happy I did. I made a lot more people happy this year on stream. Also lost a couple of people on stream. We lost a large chunk of the community, at least the close-knit community, and it was pretty damaged. I was feeling really defeatist about it, but now I think it's healthier than ever. I started working in disability care over the last 3 months. I started around October, and October was the swing and the fresh air that I really needed. It's when I started getting more viewers on Twitch. I started getting double digits regularly again. I started getting more followers. I started getting new faces, playing different games. I even started playing a couple games of League here and there. Not taking over, but started doing better. Ali and I are starting to talk a lot more as like a relationship kind of thing, which is kind of great for me. Look, at the end of the year, I'm feeling kind of weird. 2022 was probably the most challenging year for me mentally. Not like physically or like living space. Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable where I am, and I have a good support network and family and some friends. But the hardest thing about this year was a self-reflection year almost. I spent a lot of time just looking at myself and stuff that I wanted to do for me. At the end of last year, around November, I dyed my hair a different color. And then I did my water fasting at the start of this year. I've been just trying shit out. Just experiencing things and really changing shit that I like to do. I feel like I was almost changing into someone that I wasn't happy with. And if I didn't take an action this year and really zoom down on my life and what I wanted to do, I wouldn't have been able to put myself back on track. I'm happy and proud of myself, and I respect myself a lot for what I did this year. I didn't give up doing anything that I wanted to do. I didn't give up any of my hobbies. I didn't give up any of my relationships. Some sacrifices were made, but ultimately, I think I did well. I looked back over my channel over the last 9 years recently. It's difficult to do because it's a log of my life and how badly I want to be a content creator. And watching myself do vlogs like this in the past was enlightening. But it was also enlightening on another aspect, and that's I've stopped really doing these "this is how my life is right now" videos. Probably because I know you really shouldn't if you're a content creator. There has to be some sort of disconnect with you and your audience, but I feel like these vlogs are as therapeutic to me as they may be for you. If you're up to this part of the video, you're really experiencing life through someone else's eyes, what they experienced this year and how they're feeling. You may be having a shit year yourself, and look, if you are, man, there's always in the next couple months something big can happen. From June to August, pretty much, there was a spot there where I was really done with everything. I wanted to quit uni, wanted to quit streaming, wanted to sell everything, and I wanted to move to a different place in Australia, completely reset my life and just start again. I was in a really shit spot, but I would never give up any of this for the world. And if you're going through a bad time, don't give up on anything either. It's a bit cringe to really take point in give advice into someone's life, but if there's anything you can take away from at least watching my life unfold this year, is not everyone has to know you're going through some shit. You don't have to talk to everyone around you, but you should talk to at least someone, whether that be help on a mobile phone or a family and friend, because that helped me a lot. Speaking to my doctor before making major decisions is something good too. You shouldn't really just drop off something, especially when it comes to psychoid medication, because that's gonna fuck you up. At the end of the day, my 2022 was fucking crazy, and I'm happy that it ended with the Corvys. I did something new with the Corvys, and I think the best form of content is when reality and fiction kind of blend together. I did my first live to video transition, and I did it almost perfectly, where it wasn't a complete noticeable transition straight away, but you could tell over a split amount of time that it was a video that was going into something else. I really enjoyed doing that content. It was creative, and you guys seem to really like it. And I like making content you like. I like when you guys actually respect the shit that I put out. That makes me feel fucking great inside when I make an impact and you like stuff. So for 2023, what can I expect more from myself? After a big transformation this year, it's going to be hard to move into 2023. Not because 2023 is going to be scary or difficult, but because I just know it's going to breed a lot of changes. I'll always be doing this, and I won't leave you guys, don't stress. But I really want to focus on getting my shit done, and then really giving the world and showing them who Corvy is, and making a huge impact. If you've bought the Corvy stocks early, congratulations. They've been kind of stagnant for a while. But I can promise you one thing. 2023 is going to be a big fucking year here. I can really finally say that I'm back. I don't mean that as in I'm back making content. Hello, Corvy back, hello. No, I mean I feel myself again. I've been wandering for quite a while and trying to find out who I am for quite a while, and I think finally I've really got me down. So I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm just gonna be me now. I know where I want to be, what I want to do, and how I want to do it. I know what kind of person I am, and it's taken a long fucking time to get to the position I am. And like an emotional journey that is super cringe, but it's been an emotional journey over my 20s. Especially not having any like mother figure in my life. Like losing all of that structure really fucked up my transition into adulthood, but I'm finally at a spot where I've caught up to everyone around me. There's people now that I was like, fuck, you're so far ahead of me, that I feel like I'm up with them now. And that feeling of not being left behind and catching up feels so fucking good. So now that I'm with everyone, I'm gonna take a huge step 2023. I'm gonna move forward, and I'm gonna fucking take all of us with me. I can't wait, dude. We're all gonna make it. Hell yeah. But seriously, I know this video is really serious, sappy, and it kind of breaks the wall down from Corvy to Liam, but my year was fucked. But it was like a reverse dip. Took a real big dip in the middle, but I'm here now. I'm ready to take on 2023. Are you?